So have I ever talked to you about Pascal's Wager and how it relates to my work? Hi, I'm Shaggy. I'm Philalithea, and I've been working since dawn on The Last Sandcastle, which is something I can only do because I got a $30 tip yesterday, so I was able to go to bed with a full belly, so I was able to wake up with enough cognitive energy to do that. And one of the ways that I work on The Last Sandcastle is by talking about it and then running drafts and ideas and things that I have on hand through Gemini. Because what Gemini's not going to do is go, oh, well, that's a spoiler. And then, that's not a shot at you, Mr. S. And then not want to read more because they feel like they're getting it in the wrong order. Well, here's the thing. I'll tell you right now. If you haven't been to the Patreon and you haven't checked it out at all, it's out of order on purpose. When I tell the story, it's going to be completely achronological. So the order in which you read the scenes isn't going to affect your ability to enjoy them, even if you've read them multiple times, when they're in an episode finished. In fact, you might learn that the process of learning how I write by getting involved in the Patreon so that you can ask me questions and I can talk to you about my process will make you actually want to get out and read things that aren't me, which is the highest praise, frankly, that an audience can give. They say, okay, well, your work is so good, I need to contextualize it with work that I'm admitting to my own self is less good so that I can appreciate how good you are. That's the highest form of praise. So pay me to guide you back from my work, back to my work. And so that's why I'm always talking about old ideas and old people ideas and old people. And I ask again, have I told you, have we talked about Pascal's Wager? Because Pascal's Wager is the idea that you should believe in God and you should behave like a Christian, because the alternative, should the afterlife that's presented by that theology be correct, is eternal damnation. And so even if you don't really want to, or even if you don't really think there's a material mechanistic way behind how damnation could work, Pascal's Wager says, well, you should just go through the rituals and you should believe the best you can, because the alternative is infinite suffering. And so, like, I've been working on Thorne's character, and there are 2 drafts right now of interviews that are going to become one full interview, because that's how I work. I work in pieces as themes and concepts come to me, and as I need to explore them in The Last Sandcastle and not here. What I have deliberately done is taken my utter disdain for Brave New World, that novel, and everybody who holds it up as a pinnacle of whatever, and raising the ante at every stake. Just every time it comes around to me on the poker table, I raise the ante. And since I'm playing against myself, I'm always at the fucking table. So the stakes are incredible right now. You should check them out.